Yo guys, what is going on? It's Luki here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm basically just going to be running through a bunch of things that have been changed since the beta, sorry. So obviously the full game is out in a few hours and they have changed a bunch of stuff in the game to do with the basically multiplayer that is the main thing that they've changed things on. So I'm basically just going to be running through everything that they have changed, because I know a lot of people were complaining about a few things in the beta, but luckily they have actually fixed a lot of the stuff that people complained about, which is a good sign. They're actually listening to us, which is a very, very good sign. So hopefully they continue to listen to us, because if they do, then this Call of Duty will be extremely good. Anyway, so I'm just going to be running through this. Before I do get into it though, I'd like to quickly announce that me and my friend the Gibbinator are doing a Modern Warfare giveaway to one of you lucky guys. All you got to do to enter is subscribe to me and him. His link is in the description down below, and there should be a link to a tweet as well. Just follow that link and you guys will be entered into the giveaway. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first thing they have fixed is spawning in core multiplayer. So the spawn in the beta was a bit weird, so they have fixed edge case scenarios with spawning on enemies, so that's just like basic spawn stuff. And they have adjusted the spawn logic to improve spawn quality. They have also added more spawns to increase your options, and they will continue to improve this map by map since after the game has launched. So that's a very, very good sign. In the beta, the spawns were all over the place, so they are actually starting to get fixed now. They're just a lot better. In Ground War, they have added fallback to spawns if the flag has too many enemies. I'm not sure what that means. I'm pretty sure that just means you guys can spawn a bit further back, but you guys can still spawn on flags. I'm not sure. Or a lot of the time, actually, that's probably what it is. A lot of the time in the beta, you would actually spawn on a flag, but there's actually a bunch of enemies around the flag and you would just end up getting killed straight away. So I'm guessing they have changed that, because a lot of people were getting spawn trapped and it kind of sucked. They have improved safety checking for spawning on squad mates. It's still dangerous, but the UI will not. Okay, so they're basically when you spawn in, a lot of the times if you spawn into an enemy, it would say that they're in a gunfight or something, so you wouldn't actually be able to spawn in with them. This has been improved, so you guys will, because a lot of the times you could still spawn in and people would still be getting shot at, and you would still end up dying as soon as you get spawned in. So that's something else they've changed. They've added spawning on squad mates while in vehicles. I'm pretty sure that was already in, I'm not sure, but yeah, they've added the ability to spawn in on squad mates who are in vehicles, even though I'm pretty sure I remember doing that in the beta, so I'm not quite sure about that. Neutral tanks and helicopters now show up in the spawn selection screen, so I'm guessing you guys can spawn into a helicopter if you aren't spawned in yet, and you can actually select what you guys want to spawn in. Helicopters now have flares to help manage incoming missiles, so I'm guessing that means when people shoot your helicopter down, it will take a few rockets, because it'll have flares and stuff to protect that. The next one is, if all flags are captured, there will be a defcon. Yeah, I don't really like this, what they've added. But basically on Ground War, if the enemies have captured every single flag, there's actually a 30-second limit, and your team has to capture a flag. And if you guys don't capture that flag in 30 seconds, the game will actually end. I'm not a very big fan on this, because it does kind of suck, because a lot of times in the beta, literally the whole game would be the enemy team or my team having all the flags, and yeah, if this happens a lot, then the games are probably just going to end in like 5 minutes or something, so I'm not too much of a fan on that one. They've also added a fix and exploit that was allowing players to get under the map. Yeah, that sucked. Basically, people would actually be able to get under the map in the Ground War by going underneath tanks, and they have fixed that now, so no more underground glitches, which is very, very good. They have fixed the lighting, so this basically just has brightened some of the stuff up and made it look a bit more visually pleasing. They have low health visuals, so they have now brightened up in the middle of the screen instead of darkening. Okay, so when you're on low health before, you would actually get a darker screen for some reason, but now they have actually lighted that up a little bit. They have done general weapon balancing, so they have mainly balanced the shotguns and pistols, which is like either nerfing them or buffing them, which is very, very good. The pistols were very weak and the shotguns were quite weak as well, so I'm guessing they have actually buffed them. I'm guessing the enemies, the equipment. They have changed. Enemy claymores now have larger visible lasers, so you guys can actually see if there is a claymore on the floor a lot more easy, which is very, very good. Reviving a teammate near a friendly claymore could cause the claymore to explode, resulting in a suicide. That's interesting. A minimap. They have now on default across all multiplayer, enemy firing does not show up on the minimap unless a team UAV is active. So that's quite good as well. Usually in other Call of Duties, if you shoot, then you'll actually show up on a minimap, but now that only happens if you have a UAV or if the enemy has a UAV. Map zoom is pulled out a bit to help with player awareness. That's quite good as well. So this basically means you can see more of the minimap, which is very, very good, because in the beta the minimap was extremely small and it kind of sucked. The next thing on this list is kill streaks. The VTOL jet adjusted to not target players through rooftops. That is brilliant. I died in the beta to a VTOL shooting me through the roof, and that absolutely sucks. The Juggernaut suit will not spawn out of a crate. After using cruise missile player, the character models were sometimes stuck. That kind of sucks. All the other basic stuff they have also done is screen tearing on character and weapon models on Xbox. I'm not quite sure what that means. Impact damage on lethals, tacticals, and the ammo box for causing instant kills. Adjustments to the descriptions in Gunsmith, so they've changed just descriptions of the guns and stuff. They have fixed a bug where if the wrong input would be shown for the players in a party. Oh yeah, so if you're in a party, basically a little thing would show up and it'd say you're in game chat, but you're actually in a party chat. Fix a bug where a door could open in the opposite direction of the player's movement. That's very good as well. Footsteps tuning off volume, fall off distance, mix in volume and inclusion settings. I'm not sure what that means. I'm pretty sure footsteps have just been a bit improved or something like that. Placing a deployable cover on stairs could prevent teammates from being able to mount or crouch under the stairs, so they've actually gotten rid of that. Various audio tuning and basically just a bunch of other little kind of details. So the last one is players were able to spam the crouch button whilst moving, creating a snaking effect, and now they have actually gotten rid of that as well. So that has pretty much been it for today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Just a few little things I'd share with you guys. Some of these things are very, very good, such as the minimap now being a little bit bigger. You guys can see more on the minimap, which is extremely helpful. The spawns have been fixed and all of that kind of stuff, so that's very, very good. The underground glitch has also been fixed, which is very, very good. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please go ahead and drop a sub and a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.